Hello students, welcome back into the another session of CS07 data structure using programming in C. Lastly, we have completed with the discussion of unit number 1, which is actually the revision of advanced concept in C like array, structure and pointer, with few new topics like dangling problem into the pointer, enumerated constant, dynamic allocation and deallocation functions like malloc, calloc, realloc and free, and various other topics like UDF and the introduction of pointer in all this advanced concept like array, structure, pointer to pointer itself and pointer with UDF. We have handled all these concepts theoretically as well as practically. Now we are going to start with unit number 2, that is sorting and searching, which is very important as far as the examination point is concerned. The first topic that we are going to start is bubble sort. So let's start with the same. So as indicated over here and as you can see onto the screen, we are going to start about the discussion of bubble, that is bubble sorting. Before going into the specific type, it's better to have a look about the word called sorting. Sorting means it is a procedure to rearrange the number in order, like ascending order or descending order is called as sorting. Again I am repeating my word. Sorting means it's a one type of procedure which arranges the number either in ascending order or descending order. Say for example, whenever we inputs any number or value, that means number can be sorted, even alphabets can be sorted. Here I am taking an example of numbers only. As you can see onto the screen, I am entering any 5 numbers in one sequence. Now after the insertion of all these numbers, if I am getting an output like this, the numbers are arranged in ascending order. Suppose I am getting the same output in this format, then the numbers are displayed in descending order. So this is called as an rearrangement of the numbers. So for that, in data structure they are providing various techniques. All these techniques have their advantages and disadvantages. So the first technique from this entire bunch that we have to discuss is bubble sorting. So the theory of bubble sort is like this. Bubble sort is probably the oldest and most easiest, straightforward, inefficient sorting technique for rearranging the numbers. Let me revise the word. Bubble sort is oldest, most easiest, straightforward and inefficient sorting algorithm, or we can say the sorting technique. In this sorting technique, how it works, let's discuss it in general first. Say for example, suppose we have a water bottle, and if you are inserting a straw inside that particular water bottle and you are passing an air through that particular straw, it generates a one bubble which is actually at the bottom of the bottle. It travels from bottom to top and displays as a one bubble over the top. So from that, this technique has been introduced called bubble sorting. This is a very general example. We'll tackle it technically. So as far as the technique is concerned with this particular concept, what it does, from the list of number which has been entered by the user, it find out the smallest value and it put onto the first position. Say for example, from my this selected input values, the smallest value is 0 with comparison to the others. So I have selected that particular value and put onto the first position. Then again it compares the remaining value and find out a smallest value from the remaining list and it put onto the next position. So 2 will be there after 0. Then again it compares the remaining one, it find out the smallest one and put onto the third position, that is 5. Again it compares the remaining two, it find out the smallest value and put into the next location, that is 8, and by default the last one is the highest one. It will not compare that value with anyone. It put as it is onto the last position. Ultimately, whenever we observe the output, numbers are getting sorted from smallest to highest. So for that, we have to implement first an algorithm and then we have to implement a program for the same. Now in this unit number 2 called sorting and searching, in every topic which you can see over here, we'll discuss 3 things. First, we'll discuss theory of the topic, then we'll discuss algorithm of the topic, and then we'll implement a program based on theory and algorithm. So for one topic, we'll follow the 3 different things. For bubble sort, theoretical part we have discussed, which I would like to repeat again. Bubble sorting is the oldest sorting technique, most easiest and inefficient technique for sorting the numbers from smallest to highest. In bubble sorting, from the list of number or values, it find out the smallest value and put it into the first position, and then by comparing the other values, it find out the smallest and it rearranges the numbers, ultimately sorts the number. This technique is called as bubble sort. Now algorithm for the same is mentioned over here. As you can see onto the screen, this algorithm is divided into the several steps. So let's discuss each and every step in detail. As indicated onto the screen, the first step is initialization of required value. The value which I required for sorting the numbers through this particular technique called bubble is I equals to 0. So step number 1 is initialization, where I am initializing I is equals to 0 and n is equals to number of elements into the list. So there are declaration of two separate variables called I and n, where I is for various repetition I is for various repetition and n represents the various number into the repetition. That means I repeats, and during this repetition n represents the various value. Say for example, suppose I am repeating I for the 5 times, then 5 different values, any different values can be accepted by the system inside this repetition. So step number 1 is initialization of two variables, that is I and n. Step number 2 is repeat through step number 5 while I less than n. So step number 2 is actually a one condition which repeats step number 5 till the value of I is less than n. That means, say for example, I have initialized I is equals to 5, then one looping control statement executes where it checks whether the value of I is less than n or not, and till that it repeats the statement which is available inside this particular brackets. So this step number 2 is a conditional part of bubble sorting. Step number 3. Step number 3 is the initialization of a one counter, where that counter is considered as a j is equals to 0. What is the need of counter in this particular program? The counter counts the number of inputted value which has been entered by the user and accepted by the system for checking the condition which is available in step number 2, that is I less than n. Step number 4 is actually the nested loop. So over here there is a concept of nested loop also. As you can see, in step number 2 there is a parental loop, and in step number 4 there is a child loop, where child loop repeats j less than n minus I time for comparing the values. So this step number 4 works for the comparison. Once every step is settled, that means if the entire structure of bubble sort is set, it exchanges the value as per the list given by the user. So for that, simple swapping logic has been used. That swapping logic is step number 5. It will check the value and exchange the value. If the current value is less than the previous value, it replaces the current value with previous one if it is small, otherwise it keep as it is. So for that, the logic is temp equals to list of j plus 1 is equals to list of j, and list of j is equals to temp. This logic is called as a logic of swapping the values. If the current value is smaller than the previous value. So in this way bubble sort works. And in step number 6, if everything is proper, you will see the sorted value onto the screen. Now based on this algorithm, we have to implement the program. So let's see how can we implement a bubble sorting program. For that, open your C drive, Turbo C, disk, bin, and execute the TC editor. Let me show you directly from my system. So what I am doing is I am opening C drive, Turbo C editor, and I am opening the same file. So what will be the definition? Write a program to sort the number using bubble sort technique. This would be the definition. Now how can we implement this particular program? To implement this program, some syntactical error is there, let me check it first. Fine. In a keyword of if there is a mistake, let me check once whether this code is working properly or not. First is 3 6 0 2 1 9 5 is 2 and 0, not 0, but suppose I am entering it as a 3. Whether that number is sorted or not? Yes, the values are sorted. Let's take a less number of values, so it would be very fast. I am changing conditional part, will explain all these things. fine. Enter the value at location 1. Total 5 value. Now this particular program will accept, suppose I am entering 5, 0, 2, 1, and the last one is 6. So it shorts the number and displays 0005. This is value number 1, 2, value number 2, 0, 1, 8, and the last one is 7. Here I think I have to reduce the size and use a CLR SCR function. Execute the code, enters the value 2, 0, 9, 1 and 5. So values are shorted and the output is 0, 1, 2, 5 and 9. Program works properly. Now let's see how can we logically implement this particular program. So for that, what I have done first, I have declared the two library functions, that is hash include standard input output.h and hash include console input output.h. Then in this particular program I have used the concept of UDF, that is user defined function, and the type which I have used is function with argument without return value. So for that, as per the theory of UDF, I have to declare the function prototype, and the function prototype is void as it doesn't return any value. Name of the function is bubble underscore short, and the parametric values I am passing is one array which is of integer type and the size. Here I am passing array because I have to pass the multiple values. As you if you observed the execution of this entire program, then you can see that I have entered the 5 value and this program shorts the different 5 values and displays onto the screen. So whatever the array I have declared over here, I have to give the size of array. So the first variable which I have implemented is integer values in bracket 5 comma I. So there is an declaration of two variables that is called as I and values. Then there is a CLR SCR statement, printf unsorted list is as follows. That means it indicates the user that I have to enter any 5 values. For entering any 5 values, here I have mentioned a one loop, which loop starts from 0 because array always starts with 0. So over here I have written for I is equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus into the bracket. Printf enter value at location %d comma I plus 1. That means every time whenever the loop gets repeated, it increases the location value and stores the relevant value on a particular location using this scanf statement, that is scanf percentage d and percent values into the I. Then in UDF, step number 2 is function call. So this statement is called as function call, where I am calling the function named bubble underscore short by passing the two parametric values, that is value itself and the size. That means this all the values which I have stored is passed through this particular array, and then parallelly I have to pass a one size. Once this function call has been done, just wait for the moment. Sorry for the interruption due to some technical issues. Lecture get disconnected. So let's resume. So once the function call has been done, it passes the two values into the function initialization, which is called as bubble underscore short, which I have written over here, void bubble underscore short into the bracket array and the size. That means whatever the 5 different values which I have stored in this particular variable called values is passed in format of array, and this 5 is passed into the size. Now in this function initialization brackets, actual logical implementation of the algorithm gets started. Step number 1 is initialization of two local variables, that is I and j, and one more variable for exchanging the values I have declared is temp. So variable declarations are temp, I, j. Then there is a CLR SCR statement, and the nesting of loop is there, that is the step number 2 and step number 5 of the algorithm which we have discussed. So the parental loop is for I is equals to 0, I less than size I plus plus, opening bracket and the relevant closing bracket. Inside that there is another for loop which is called as child for loop. In this for loop there is a initialization called j is equals to I plus 1, which actually selects the second number. J less than size means it repeats less than 5 times. J plus plus, every time it increment the values that for selecting the next value. Then there is a implementation of step number 4. As you can see into the step number 4, it contains our decision making statement which compares the current value with the next value, and if the value is small it exchanges the value. So there is a logic of swapping the values, and that logic is temp is equals to array of I is equals to array of j, and array of j is equals to temp. So ultimately it will shorts the number. Let's see it once again by entering any 5 values. These different 5 values are 4, 0, 7, 9 and 1, and the shorted list is 0, 1, 4, 7 and 9. So these values are shorted using a technique called bubble sort. Now let's see the same thing over the notepad for better visibility. As in the recorded lecture, Turbo C is not visible properly, so I am opening a Turbo C folder and the program, that is 1.c. definition is write a program to sort the number using bubble sort technique. Then there are 2 necessary library functions. Then as I am using a UDF type called without return, so void is need to be right over there. Then the name of function is bubble underscore sort, two parametric value where first one is array and second one is size. Then inside the void main statement, declaration of two local variables, that is values and I, where values is a one dimensional array which stores any 5 values. So using this for loop, it stores any 5 values inside the array, which is actually the unsorted list of numbers. Then it pass all these values into the function called bubble underscore sort by function call. Once the function call has been done, it stores all unsorted value in this selected array and the size called 5 in this variable called size. Then there is a declaration of 3 local variable called I, j and temp, and nesting of for loop which selects the first value and the previous value. By comparing these two values, if it founds the smallest value, then it exchanges the value and it repeats for all 5 values. Ultimately, the value gets sorted from smallest to highest, and this is the implementation of bubble sort. I hope all of you have a clear-cut idea about that how bubble sort works. You can pause the video and you can note down this particular program into the journal for future reference. So just pause the video and write down this line of code, then again pause the video and write down this line of code. In this you no need to write this commented section. This is just for the explanation purpose. If you don't write, it's okay, just write down the logical part. Thank you very much students for listening me, and have a nice day. In next lecture we'll go for another sorting technique. Thank you.